Did you know there's only one country in Europe where the seat of government is not located in the capital city? My name is Michiel and today I will show you The Hague, city of peace and justice and the seat of government of the Netherlands. If this content is helpful, don't forget to subscribe to not miss any future videos. The Hague is the political center of the country. It is the city that houses most of the embassies in the Netherlands. Furthermore, it is the home of international organizations such as the International Criminal Court and Europol. It is also the home of the Dutch Senate and the Parliament. The Dutch Parliament building is located in a building complex called Het Binnenhof. Built as a castle in the 13th century, Het Binnenhof is among the world's oldest parliament buildings still in use today. When you walk around the pond, you will see the Binnenhof from the other side. From here you can also take a look at Het Torentje, literally translated the Little Tower. This is where the office of the Dutch Prime Minister is located. In a minute I will show you the royal residence, but first we're at another palace. The Hague is the city of peace and justice. Tens of thousands of people work in the city every day to build a more peaceful and just world. Some of them do so from the Peace Palace, an impressive building that houses, among others, the International Court of Justice. If you want to go past the visitor center, you need to book a guided tour in advance. And tours inside the palace are only offered on days that there are no court sessions taking place. In front of the Peace Palace is this peace flame which has been burning since 2002. Around it are stones from each of the 197 countries in the world recognized by the UN in 2004. Amongst them are symbolically important stones such as a piece of the Berlin Wall and a part of Nelson Mandela's former prison on Robben Island, South Africa. Located between the royal stables and the Noordeinde Palace, the palace garden is a great place to relax and enjoy a picnic. Don't expect exotic flower beds or massive fountains here, because it's more a public park than a royal garden. However, from here you can enjoy the view of the Noordeinde Palace, the official working palace of the Dutch King and Queen. A 3-minute walk brings you from the palace to the start of the Lange Voorhout, one of the most famous streets of The Hague. The cloister church, which was built in 1397, is the oldest building here, but that's only one of the many beautiful buildings located at this street. Number 32A is the smallest house of The Hague. With a width of only 183 centimeters or 6 foot, it's hard to imagine how someone can live here. In reality, number 32A is part of number 34. As the architect wanted to keep the building symmetrical, he made it look like the most left part of the building is a separate house. Later in this video I will take you to the beach, but first it's time for a drink. And the place for a drink in The Hague is Het Plein. Just like the Lange Voorhout, when sitting here you can look in awe at many of the beautiful buildings, such as the so-called Palace at the Square. This used to be the house of William III, who later became King of the Netherlands. If you want to go shopping in The Hague, or even if you don't, you should stroll through the Passage. This indoor shopping mall makes you feel like you're walking in Paris. It was opened in 1885, and at that time the activity shopping did not even exist yet in the Netherlands. When entering a store, you were kind of obliged to buy something. This green place is the forest of the Hague or Haagse Bosch. It's only 500 meters wide and 2 kilometers long. It's the oldest forest of the Netherlands and it was the first nature conservation project of the country. At one side of the forest lies the Malieveld, an open grassy area that's often used for demonstrations and manifestations. And at the other side lies Huis, the official residence of the Dutch king, queen and their daughters. It is not possible to get close to the palace, but with Google Street View you can take a look inside the Oranjezaal, a ballroom decorated with 31 paintings made in the Dutch Golden Age. It takes 15 minutes to travel with tram 9 from the Hague Central Station to the beach. This beach town is called Scheveningen. And because it's nearly impossible for foreigners to pronounce Scheveningen correctly, it was used by Dutch resistance fighters in the Second World War to recognize German soldiers. An absolute eye-catcher in Scheveningen is the Voorhout Hotel. One night in this hotel will set you back about €200 without breakfast. I cannot tell you if the hotel is worth the money as it is a bit above my budget, but the location directly at the beach is great. And with that we finish our trip to The Hague. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Keep traveling and I will see you in the next video.